Margaret is the only student in the entire school whose legal guardianship certificate and family asset guarantee haven't been submitted. They must be completed by noon tomorrow.
For Margaret's school enrollment, I must register my marriage with Jax today.
Jax, where are you?
Anya, sorry, there's a last-minute damn international video conference. I can't get away.
Jax, we agreed to register at City Hall today. Margaret's guardian documents are due tomorrow.
Jax, don't mind her. I can't wait any longer.
My secretary's rushing me to sign. I'll make it up to you and your daughter another day. Hanging up now.
Tell the old lady, her marriage candidate not showing up is her problem. I gave her 30 minutes. Now I'm going back to Wall Street for the market open.
Marry me?
You need a wife to appease your grandmother. I need a guardianship certificate and a spouse who can provide asset guarantees for my daughter's school. Mutual benefit. Add whatever clause you want to the prenup. I don't want a penny. Just walk to that window with me right now and sign.
I'm Jameson. Got your passport?
Anya. Yes.
An apartment on the Upper East Side. If the school checks the home address, use that one. There's a housekeeper inside.
An apartment on the Upper East Side and a car like this. What kind of monster did I just marry at City Hall today? Thanks.
I have another meeting. Contact me anytime if you need anything.
I already checked. 8 weeks pregnant. When are you planning to come clean with that stupid woman?
She hasn't even finished the designs for next week's show. If we blow this up now, what do we use to pitch to VCs?
Don't tell me you're actually buying into your own act.
That night at the hotel 5 years ago wasn't even you. If it weren't for scamming her core designs and blueprints, would you really play daddy to that bastard kid?
Keep it down. I only use her as a free drafting machine. Once the show's done and the company gets the funding, I'll kick her to the curb.
No wonder. He kept dragging his feet on the City Hall registration. 5 years, this career I built with blood and sweat. I won't let it go to waste.
Anya, you weren't at City Hall?
The line was too long. They ran out of numbers hours ago. What are you busy with?
Anya, we're reconciling the financial reports.
Are you done with the reports?
Yes.
Good. I still need to put the final touches on the main designs for the autumn show. I'll be focusing on drafting for the next few days. You two keep busy.
Okay, you focus on the designs. Don't worry about the trivial stuff.
That necklace, wasn't that my anniversary gift from you? Why is it around her neck? The CEO just lent this to me to impress a client. You don't mind, do you, Anya? The clasp on that necklace is a bit loose. Be careful you don't drop it.
What was that back there with Lexi? It's just a necklace. Don't make a big deal out of it.
That necklace is a limited edition. I was just reminding her not to break it.
Why are you being so petty? Lexi's just a girl who worked her way up from reception. What's wrong with liking nice things? Don't waste your energy on this. Focus on delivering the designs for the big show. That's what matters.
Don't worry. I'll hand over every single drawing. Who is this?
Come downstairs, the intersection outside your building.
Where are we going?
Dinner with my grandmother. She has early-stage Alzheimer's. You need to play the part of a wife who's been deeply in love with me for years. If she sees through the act, our deal is off.
Send me her likes and dislikes.
1 hour. I'll call you back.
Isn't this too formal? The fabric is so slippery, I keep feeling like it's gonna slide off.
Very sexy. Suits you.
Is this part of the contract too?
Marital duties.
Aren't we supposed to meet Grandma?
We have time. This fabric really is slippery. Ready, Mrs. Crawford?
Let's go.
The stamp's a bit crooked, but it's real. I always thought this boy would end up married to his Wall Street spreadsheets. What luck to find a charming girl who can actually put up with his temper.
Grandma, this is too precious.
Take it.
Once the old lady gives something away, she never takes it back. Mrs. Miller, this marriage certificate was issued just this morning, and this gentleman...
I'm Margaret's father.
I've been too busy with work and neglected the legal procedures. We just finalized the paperwork today, and the funds have been transferred to the escrow account. Now, is there any problem with my daughter's enrollment? Of course not. Welcome Margaret as an official student.
Back at the school. Thank you. You didn't have to say you're her father.
Explaining the stepmother status requires 3 additional forms. No time to waste at the admissions office. Move in tomorrow. Stay away from that trash.
Anya, you haven't answered a single message in ages. Been too busy whoring around with some sugar daddy?
Jax, drop the jealous boyfriend act. I'm securing the life-saving funds for you.
Who the hell was in that car?
That Wall Street VZC firm I mentioned this morning, the boss just met with me personally.
What did he say? Did he buy the runway show proposal?
He didn't just buy it. He's prepared to acquire all rights to our next season's designs, plus the subsequent brand development authority. $100 million investment. The paperwork starts the moment the contract signed.
$100 million. With that money, Axex Inc. can ring the bell at NASDAQ. Where's the contract? When will he sign? I'll meet him personally tomorrow.
He don't want to meet you.
What do you mean? I'm the CEO of the company. He will sign with me. Who Dell will he sign with?
The boss is a businessman who only recognizes core value. He said Axis Inc.'s most valuable assets are my brain and my blueprints, not some spreadsheet manager who only reads reports. His only condition for this is that I must become the company's controlling shareholder. You need to transfer the shares under your name to me.
You want equity? Anya, are you trying to exploit this crisis?
Jax, get your facts straight. The company can't even make next month's payroll, and we still owe half the venue fee for the show. I went begging with my life's work, they made an offer, and you think I'm trying to steal your company? Fine. If you can't part with your worthless shares, then this $100 million never happened. Tomorrow I'll tell the boss the deal's off. You figure out how to fill the hole yourself.
Wait! Transfer shares require legal procedures. Even if I agree, we need lawyers to draft the contract.
I've already hired the lawyers. The transfer agreement is right here. All it needs is your signature.
All the shares. Anya, you're asking for too much. What if you take the shares and run? Then I've wasted 5 years for nothing?
Jax, did you forget who stayed up all night drawing with you to build this company when you had nothing? You don't send me? Fine. We can add a sequential clause. First, the $100 million investment goes into your personal private account. Second, once the project ends, I'll transfer these shares back to you free of charge.
Into my personal account? You're sure?
The big boss only wants me staying at the company to draw for him. He doesn't care how the money moves. All I want is for this project to succeed and to keep my reputation in the design world.
She's always obeyed my every word. She wouldn't dare try anything. All right. Tomorrow back at the company, I'll have legal draft a formal transfer agreement.
We had a deal. The money goes into my account, and the shares return in full after 6 months.
No problem. What now?
I can't sign this yet. I need to meet this big shot investor you mentioned.
I told you yesterday. He doesn't want to meet you.
If we don't meet, how do I know you're not colluding with outsiders to scam my company?
Anya, I'm not stupid. $100 million in cold hard cash. I'm not handing over control of my company without sitting down face to face to nail down the details. You set it up right there at the signing in front of this big boss. I'll personally sign this transfer agreement for you.
Fine. I'm in trouble.
What's wrong?
I'm trying to get my company back, so I fabricated a $100 million investment to reclaim the shares. Jax is insisting on meeting the investor, refusing to sign the equity transfer game until he confirms it in person.
So, you want me to play the part of this big boss?
I know this isn't part of our arrangement, but I really need your help. Just a quick appearance.
No problem. But I should collect some interest first.
Jameson, not here.
Right here. I'll make sure you remember who your man is.
Honey, is this investment Anna Miller mentioned even legit? She's not playing us, is she?
She doesn't have the guts. Her daughter's burning through tuition at that school. She can't survive without me. Once I meet that boss this afternoon and confirm the money hits my account, I'll transfer the equity to her. It's just a temporary shell anyway. Once that $100 million lands, I'll immediately file for bankruptcy, liquidate the company, take the money and run. Then we'll use the cash to get married in Vegas.
You're so bad. The baby in my dummy can't wait to move into a mansion either.
10 more minutes. You sure this big boss is coming? Who exactly is he?
Wall Street type. Very particular about time. You'd better have the documents ready.
Hello. I'm the CEO of Axis Inc., Jax.
Mrs. Miller, my time is expensive. I don't want to hear any nonsense.
These are the core designs for next season, along with the company's financial statements.
The $100 million is ready and can be wired at any moment, but my people did their due diligence. Axis Inc.'s current financial situation is a complete mess. I don't invest in garbage. I only invest in Anya Miller's mind. If she's not the controlling party of this company, this meeting ends now.
Wait! Wait, boss, please, you can trust me. The control chants are all set. Miller and I have reached an agreement. I'll sign right now, transfer it immediately.
Anya, come on, sign it too. Let's show the boss our sincerity. Process the transfer.
Boss, everything's signed. All shares of Axis Inc. are now under Anya's name. So about that $100 million...
My assistant will handle the follow-up. Cross-border transfers of this size require risk control clearance. But let me be clear. This money buys Ms. Miller absolute control. If I find anyone else in the company interfering or affecting her design timeline, the funds freeze immediately.
You have my word. Anya calls the shots now. I'm just an errand boy. I'll cooperate with everything she needs.
You can leave. I have project details to discuss privately with Ms. Miller.
Anya, enjoy your chat with the boss. I need to head back and oversee the gala preparations.
Thank you for today. Without you stepping in, he wouldn't have signed so easily.
We both got what we wanted. Hungry? The Wellington here is passable at best.
No need, I should get back and pack my things.
Sit down. Keep me company for a meal. I still have something to discuss with you. The old lady called me today. She's quite pleased with you.
It's all part of the service.
The old lady lives in Long Island, but she comes to the Upper East Side twice a week for physical therapy. That apartment is only 2 blocks from her therapy center. There's $1 million on this card. The PIN is 6 zeros. If that's not enough, ask my assistant for more.
Visiting Grandma is no problem. She's a lovely elder, and I'd be happy to keep her company.
Not enough?
No. I don't need compensation. You gave me a marriage certificate, helped Margaret enroll in school, and today you got my company back. By my calculation, I'm already ahead. Having dinner with Grandma is part of fulfilling my end of the contract. Take the card back, if you think I've done a good job. Just buy me a cheap hot dog next time. The steak here is too rare.
Anya! What the hell is going on? It's been 5 hours! Where's the $100 million investment? I checked my online banking 4 times, there's nothing in there!
You think this is like swiping a card at the grocery store? It's $100 million, an international transfer. The boss's assistant said it has to go through offshore anti-money laundering checks first, plus wait for approval from the New York regulators.
How long will that take?
3 to 5 business days at the earliest. Could be half a month if it's slow.
Anya, you're not playing games with me, are you? In that private room today, did you make some other deal with that boss behind my back?
Jax, if you think I'm scamming you, you can go to court right now and request the revocation of today's equity transfer. At worst, the investment falls through and we both shoulder the company's debt.
That's not what I meant. The show's coming up soon and the venue fees are breathing down my neck.
What you doing?
Moving. The big boss arranged an apartment closer to downtown for me, so I can easily work overtime at the company whenever needed.
Fine, move quickly. While the funds are still processing these next few days, hand over all the main design drapes for the show. Also, since you've already signed, the moment the money hits my account, you transfer the scares back to me immediately. Don't even think about backing out.
Don't worry. Soon as the money reaches your account, I'll transfer them.
Madam, let me take those. Get in.
This car must cost millions. That stupid woman is slaving away for some big shot, and now she even gets a private chauffeur.
Acting like she's rich. Once that $100 million investment hits my account, I'll go buy the exact same one tomorrow. When the time comes, we'll dump that mess at Axis Inc. on her. We take the money and run.
Haven't you always complained your rental is too small? We'll buy a penthouse duplex at 1 Central Park South, the kind with a private pool.
Baby, you're so good to me. I want one with a view of the entire Manhattan skyline.
Hey, you two! No littering cigarette butts here, and no loining. You want to fool around? Take it back to a hotel.
Let's go. No point arguing with a loser like him. We'll go house hunting tomorrow.
No need to change shoes. The housekeeper vacuums daily.
Wow.
The 2 rooms on the left are guest rooms. You take the master bedroom on the right. The one at the end of the hallway facing south. Take her to see it.
Mommy? Mommy, there's a new big bear!
Corner guards. And all these art supplies, you did this?
My assistant looked up home safety guidelines for kids 3 to 5. I may have mentioned you're a designer.
Thank you.
Anna, don't look at me like that. You brought this on yourself.
Jameson.
Have finance closed last month's books today. The second that 100 million hits, file for liquidation. That idiot Anya is probably still up at home drawing herself to death.
So, are we looking at Central Park Apartments this afternoon?
We are. Bring the checkbook.
Verification failed. Verification failed.
What the hell is wrong with this thing? Lacey, you try.
Verification failed. Did Anya forget to pay the building fees again? Even the gates locked us out.
What the hell is going on? I'm calling Anya.
The subscriber you have dialed is currently on the line.
Then get someone to open the damn door. My legs are killing me.
Ina, you bitch!
Are you insane? Why are you kicking the gate?
Get off me! I got played! The company's gone! The money's gone! Police, I want to report a crime. I've been scammed. My company's been maliciously taken over. I want arrest made. Now, immediately. Officer, it's her! She set me up with outsiders and illegally transferred my company into her name. Arrest her!
Officer, our company was about to go public. Now she's throwing us out. She's stealing corporate assets on purpose.
Sir, yelling won't help you. Ms. Miller, do you have anything to say to these accusations?
There was no fraud, no forgery. This is a legal equity transfer. Page 5 has Mr. Sullivan's handwritten signature and his fingerprint. He signed voluntarily.
Is this your signature?
Yes, I signed it. But she tricked me with a fake $100 million investment. She hired some random actor to pose as a Wall Street boss. That $100 million was bait. She made it up.
Ms. Miller, do you have proof of the $100 million investment he mentioned? If he signed because of a false promise, that could constitute commercial fraud.
The investment agreement is still with legal.
You hear that? She can't show the money. She's a broke designer. How would she know Wall Street money? Cuff her, right now.
Who did you just call a random actor? I'm Axis exclusive investor at the moment. I heard someone was questioning my company's financial standing.
Here are the original contract and the transfer records. By 3 tomorrow afternoon at the latest, the 100 million will be in Ms. Miller's corporate account.
The seal is authentic. The clearing number checks out. This is a legal business investment.
It's real. The money's real. 100 million. All going into the company account?
The money's going into the company? Then what about us? You said it was going into your personal account.
Shut up! Anya! I was wrong. I lost my head back there. Just give me some shares or cash me out a few million. We were about to get married, weren't we?
Married? Jax, the man in that hotel room 5 years ago wasn't you. You lied to me for 5 years.
How did you find out?
Lacey is 8 weeks pregnant. Yesterday, when the two of you were plotting against me in the office, I heard every word. That 100 million has nothing to do with you. Wait for the court-ordered eviction. Let's go.
You had plenty to say in there.
That 100 million, you really put it in?
I don't write empty checks. Besides, you're worth the investment. Don't worry about the rest. Focus on the runway collection. Watch your head.
The 100 million was real. My company is gone.
Hire an actor, rent a luxury car, fake a bank record? Is that supposed to be hard on Wall Street? A real whale with that kind of money would never look twice at her.
But the police verified the whole process.
I'm telling you, that money is dirty. There is no way it actually clears. She thinks taking the company means she gets to crush me? No way. I'm not letting her get away with this.
Jameson, I'm grateful you helped me kick Jax out. But the company's books are a disaster. I can't use your money to plug that hole. I'll wire it back where it came from.
You think I'm throwing 100 million around just to entertain myself?
I just don't want to owe you that much.
I've seen your designs. I've seen the drafts you prepared for the fall show. Your talent is worth 100 million. This is an investment in you.
But the company isn't that big. If this fails...
Anya, you're my wife now. You don't have to keep being so careful with me. Sit in that office and build exactly what you want to build.
At the fall show, I'll put the Axis name on the NASDAQ screen. I won't let your 100 million go to waste.
I'll hold you to that.
The shoulder line is too stiff. I want it lighter. Redo it and send me a new version before 8 tonight. Margaret's almost out of school.
What's up?
Are you free right now? I have to stay late and supervise revisions. Could you pick Margaret up and take her to dinner? If that's a problem, I can call the housekeeper.
I can.
Thank you. I owe you one. Jax, the client moved the meeting up. I have to leave now. Take Margaret downstairs and get her something hot to eat.
Yeah, I got it. Just go.
You fed her cold bread? She's a little girl.
When was I supposed to babysit her? I haven't even eaten. If you can't handle your own kid, why is that my fault? What kind of mother are you?
So this is what a good marriage feels like. Safe.
You don't eat scallions?
They taste weird.
Not potatoes either?
They're grainy. I can't swallow them. Uncle Jameson, I don't want those little bits.
Take it away. Sir, that's crushed peanut garnish.
Mommy says peanuts give me little red pumps and then I need shots.
You eat exactly like I do.
Are you Margaret's father? You two look so much alike.
Bring a fresh menu, pick your best hot dishes, the mildest ones, and pack 2 portions. To go.
Mommy!
What are you two doing here? Weren't you going home?
We were downstairs. It was on the way.
It was not on the way. Uncle Jameson said Mommy probably forgot dinner, so he came specially to bring hot soup.
It smells amazing. I was just hungry.
I'll drive you home after you eat.
Take Margaret home first. She needs an early night. After dinner, I have to meet a supplier.
All right. Come home early.
Mr. Smith, Access is fully funded now. If you can guarantee this silk arrives next week, we can talk numbers.
Ms. Miller, I like your style. Come on, to our partnership. Finish the glass.
To a good partnership.
What's happening?
Your tolerance has gone downhill, Anya. Half a glass and you can't stand?
Jax,
You really thought you could throw us out and live happily ever after? Let's see how you spend that $100 million now.
Enough talking. Mr. Pete is waiting.
Jax, we had a deal. If tonight goes well, every resource I have is yours. No conditions.
Don't worry, Mr. Pete. She can barely move. Do whatever you want with her. Drop the innocent act. It's not like you haven't done this in a hotel before. First time is hard. Second time is easier.
Is Margaret asleep?
She's asleep.
Anya still hasn't called?
No.
The phone you are calling is powered off.
Something's wrong. Track Anya's location. Now. Boss, Mrs. Croc's last phone signal was at Blue Velvet, a private club on West 45th. Pull that club's room bookings tonight. I don't care how you do it. I want the room number on my phone in 3 minutes.
That idiot Jax really paid up. A woman this beautiful? My lucky night. Why run? Save your strength. Still trying to hit me?
Well, if it isn't the Wall Street boss Anya paid for. What, did she hire you for the night shift too?
She's busy right now, negotiating bed with a real boss. Get lost.
Do you not understand English? Mr. Pete owns Manhattan. Piss him off and he'll dump you and Anya in the Hudson. James will piss Jackson Aries Trabier.
What are you doing? Security! He's attacking him!
Room number. I'm only asking once.
8012, please don't kill me.
What blind son of a bitch! Ah!
Which hand touched her?
You bastard. Do you know who I am?
Then you don't get to use either hand again. Anya, it's over. You're safe.
Officer! Arrest him! He's a fraud and he attacked me! He broke my hand!
Have legal take over. Commercial fraud, drugging, organized crime ties. Make the evidence airtight.
Understood, Mr. Croft.
You're... Croft.
No bail for any of them. Anya, don't move.
Don't go.
Anya, you asked for this. Where are you running? What happened to all that courage you had last night?
I'm not running. I was getting up to make breakfast.
Your fever's down. Anything else hurt?
I'm okay. Thank you for last night. What's this?
Open it and you'll see.
The CFDA, this is the competition from 5 years ago. I withdrew back then. Why is this here?
When you withdrew because you were pregnant, the organizers kept your slot on hold. I had someone go to the committee and reactivate your eligibility.
I've regretted it ever since.
With a man like Jax, real revenge is getting somewhere he can never reach. Go take back what belongs to you.
I'll submit the runway drafts today. For the next 2 weeks, I'm shutting myself in to prepare for the competition.
Go. I've got home covered.
I cannot spend one more day in this dump. That bail breaker is a shark. Selling your car wasn't enough, and now he wants 3 points in loan interest?
Shut up! If you hadn't suggested drugging Anya, I wouldn't have had to mortgage the house and the car to make bail.
The company is dead in Aya's hands. We can't touch a cent of that 100 million. If we want to come back, this is all we've got.
What is it?
Anya's designs from 5 years ago. She withdrew before she could publish them. I have every original draft right here.
You mean...
CFDA submissions close next week. I enter with these, place in the competition, and New York venture capital will line up.
Exactly. She drew them while she worked at your company. They should have been yours anyway.
Here, add another window.
Press it in tight.
Thank you, Daddy.
You're welcome.
So this is what home feels like. Back then, that apartment was nothing but crying and fighting.
Shit, shut up! You're driving me crazy!
You're back. How are the drawings coming?
The first draft is set.
I'll put her to bed. The housekeeper left hot soup in the kitchen. Drink it before you sleep.
Jameson, it's really good having you both here.
Is that Anya Miller? Didn't she disappear for years? I heard she got parachuted in. But today's favorite is Axe's Jax. The drafts he brought are insane. People say he's been sitting on this big move for 5 years.
Well, well, if it isn't the ex-boss lady who climbed up on a man's money. What, did Jameson the Grim Reaper not buy you a judge's seat, so now you have to squeeze backstage with the rookies?
Competition rules say unauthorized people aren't allowed backstage. So what are you doing here? Jax's nanny or his bail bondsman?
Anna, easy with the attitude. Competitions are won with skill, not a sharp tongue.
You think you get to talk about skill?
I heard you locked yourself away for 2 weeks to draw. Can anything rushed like that even be shown? If I were you, I'd pack up now before you humiliate yourself stadtage.
Jax, did posting bail shrink your brain too? For the past 5 years,
Every design you took to shows in your name was drawn by me. You can't even tell Warp bragging? You can't even tell Warp from Weef, and you're standing here bragging?
Who cares who drew them? The patents have my name on them. In this industry, they're my signature pieces! You were just the ghost hand.
you are shameless.
I'm the only one winning today. In this business, talent alone means nothing. You can draw, you can cut, and at the end of the day, you're still my backdrop.
Move. If I scorch your rented suit, I'm not paying for it.
Are you sure this old man can be bought? In front of the press, he's famous for being incorruptible.
He's incorruptible because nobody paid enough. He's eyeing a penthouse on the Upper East Side and needs cash.
Jax, draw is about to start. What are you doing here? If the committee sees us, we're both in trouble.
Mr. Wilson, I won't take up your time. I just wanted to thank you in advance for supporting young designers.
What is this supposed to mean?
Just a token, a Swiss Bank Bear cashier's check, $500,000.
That's a very heavy token.
You know I have what it takes to win. I only hope the final score reflects what I deserve. This $500,000 is just a greeting. Once I win and the venture money lands, another $500 goes straight into your account. The CFDA awards have always valued innovation and heritage. If your work meets that standard, of course, the association supports outstanding local designers. Understood. It's done. Today, even if Anya draws the stars out of the sky, that trophy is mine.
Ladies and gentlemen, all 30 independent designers have presented their work. We now move into the final judging round.
Mr. Crack, do you have instructions?
Wilson, I hear you've been looking at a lake villa in Switzerland.
That was only a preliminary thought?
If your pen slips the wrong way, the down payment...
Jack's stuffed in your pocket becomes your bail money. I'm not asking for favoritism. I'm asking for absolute fairness. Do you understand?
Yes. Yes, I understand.
Mr. Wilson, the entire room is waiting for your final decision.
Those are my old sketches.
Stunned? That's what champion-level work looks like.
You didn't fix the flaw on the left shoulder at all. You made it straight into the garment.
So what? Investors in the audience only care how the finished piece looks. Who cares if the left shoulder is an inch off?
Anya, wake up. Be a good girl and keep drawing for Jax. Maybe he'll let you share half the spotlight today. Entering with a half-finished piece from 5 years ago doesn't just make you a thief. It makes you an idiot who can't even finish stolen work.
Call me whatever you want. At the awards ceremony, I'll personally thank you for mentoring me.
The judges' final scores have been tallied. I now announce the first place winner of this year's CFDA New York Finals, recipient of the full design grant and direct entry to Milan Fashion Week, is Anya Miller for her work, Cocoon Break.
No way! These scores are rigged. Why her? I demand the scores be made public. Where did my Starlight place?
Mr. Sullivan, your entry did not place.
Didn't place? What the hell does that mean? I showed a finished garment. What gives you the right to leave me unranked?
The foundation of the CFDA Awards is 100% originality. 10 minutes ago, the committee received an anonymous report. Our technical team confirmed that Mr. Sullivan's submitted designs completely overlap with another designer's unpublished drafts. Because you cannot provide valuable proof of originality, your eligibility has been permanently revoked.
This is a setup. You say I plagiarized? Where's the evidence? You're gonna steal my trophy with a rumor?
This is the original manuscript for Starlight. Every page carries the watermark of a specialty paper from an old Soho art supply shop that stopped producing years ago. Jackson, the digital drafts you submitted, did you forget to remove even that watermark?
What can some old sketchbook prove? Aging paper, faking dates?
$50 on the black market buys the whole package. You're jealous I got investment, so you're sabotaging me today?
I knew you wouldn't admit it.
Who cares who drew them? The patents have my name on them. In this industry, they're my signature pieces. You were just the ghost hand.
You recorded me? You set me up! Let go of me! I'm the president of Axis. This is my work!
That is my company. And get your filthy hands off my work. Let's give the applause back to today's true champion, the original creator of Starlight and Cocoon Break, Anya Miller.
Lacey, it's fine. We still have the money in the company account and go back to the West Coast.
Are you still dreaming? The venture people already said they're suing you. You're buried under tens of millions in debt. Figure out your own future.
Sir, the old madam isn't doing well today.
She sat in the garden all afternoon, staring into space and talking about the past.
Jameson, you're home. Come here. Let me take a look at you.
Hello, Great-Grandma.
Jameson, you bastard. Your own daughter is already all grown up and you're only bringing her to meet me now?
Grandma, you've misunderstood. Margaret is actually—
Yes. It's my fault. Work kept me busy before. I'm only bringing her to you now.
At dinner just now? Why did you go along with it? Margaret is clearly—
The doctor's report came back. Her Alzheimer's is getting worse. She forgets a lot, but she has always wanted a great-granddaughter. Margaret makes her happy. Let's give the old lady some peace in her later years.
All right, as long as Grandma is happy.
And so, the princess lived happily ever after. Those highbrow bones, those gray-blue eyes, exactly like Jameson when he was 5. My sweet, this is the key to the bank vault. Inside are jewelry pieces from when I was young and certificates for several trust funds. They're yours now.
Grandma, this is too much. She's only 4. She can't accept this.
It's her first gift to her great-granddaughter. Let Margaret keep it. Jameson, have you lost your mind? Fine, you paid some woman to fool Grandma. But now you're claiming another man's child? This has nothing to do with you. How does it not? The Kroc bloodline can't be claimed just like that. When that agreement expires, get them out. I don't plan to terminate the agreement. What does that mean? Exactly what it sounds like. She's smart and clear-headed. She raised a child alone for 5 years and kept a disaster of a company alive. That's impressive. I don't dislike Margaret. As for Anya, I want to turn the agreement into a real marriage.
Even the peanut allergy is the same, and the picky eating, no potatoes, no scallions.
Those two are carved from the same mold.
She takes after me. Good. Jameson, 5 years ago, someone drugged you and you walked into the wrong hotel room. Anya got pregnant right around then? Did you secretly do a paternity test already? A paternity test? I don't have that kind of free time. You didn't check? Then what are you doing, signing up to be a father for free? Whether Margaret is truly a Crost by blood doesn't matter. I claimed Margaret because I want Anya. If Margaret calls me father, even without a medical report, I don't care for the fashion.
I'm done. The cards are frozen. We don't even have money for food. Are you planning to let me starve in this dump with you?
Jameson has people watching us, and those bail loan horks are looking for me too. If I go out, I'm dead.
Anya lives in an Upper East Side mansion now, getting driven around in Maybachs. Why does she get that life while we eat rotten pizza? Look closely. St. Cyril's private school in Manhattan. Tuition is at least $500,000 a year.
500,000?
Are you stupid? 5 years ago, when you wanted her parents registered under your company, how did you lock her down?
Back then, to keep her under my thumb, I signed Margaret's birth certificate myself. Legally, I'm her only father.
Then ask for $50 million to sign away custody. Jameson can pay that with 1 sentence. We take the money, fly to South America, and we're set for life.
$50 million. Just one job.
Margaret, your driver said traffic will make him 5 minutes late. Let's wait by the gate, okay?
Okay. I drew a castle. I want to show Daddy.
Margaret, come with me. Look, gas on! I'm gonna stop! Let go! I'm her father! This is kidnapping! I'm calling the police!
Daddy, I'm scared.
It's okay. Don't look at the trash.
Jameson, I have custody of Margaret. Give me $50 million or I'll sue you. Rich or not, you can't steal another man's daughter.
That scrap of a birth certificate? My legal team already filed a petition to void it as fraudulent. You don't even qualify for a DNA comparison. Listen carefully. If I ever see you again, there won't be even ashes left of you in this world.
Why? Why? You can't!
Break the hand he used to touch Margaret. Then dump him in the Bronx slums.
Daddy.
What's wrong? The housekeeper's pudding no good?
Look at this. Mommy said this was the prettiest jewelry she ever designed, but that bad man said it was useless trash, that it would never sell, and told Mommy to throw it away.
Go pick up Cartiti's former chief jewelry master, turn these designs into real pieces, and book the rooftop of ZRE.
Margaret, what exactly are you taking Mommy to see? I still have to revise the runway schedule.
Mommy, we're here!
Jameson, this is too much. These are my old designs. Jack said they were scrape drafts with no commercial value.
Margaret gave me your sketchbook on Anya. This isn't waste paper. This is talent no one else can touch. He only knew how to steal your talent. I'm going to protect it and make every dream you buried shine.
Anya, something happened.
Don't panic. Slow down.
All our suppliers sent termination letters at the same time. They canceled every fabric order for the show.
Who intercepted my shipment? Dark Web Capital on Wall Street sent the word out. Anyone who supplies us even 1 yard of fabric is going against them. We can't afford to provoke them. This is aimed at Jameson.
Mr. Croft, less than 2 hours after the opening bell, unknown hot money started shorting our retail float aggressively. The tactics are vicious.
Boss, we found them. Codename Dark Web Capital. They're not only attacking us in the market, they also bought out Madam's supplier channels.
Mobilize every account, lift the stock price, and force them into a short squeeze. Yes, they want to touch my wife's brand, show them who actually runs Wall Street.
Anya, the chief pattern maker and sunder of the assistants under ran off overnight. All our half-finished runway drafts were on them take the hard drive. You panic. They took a pile of waste paper. Long July breathing, I can redraw everything. Rossi Attilia, outside Milan. 80 years of handmade couture, and they still keep the oldest draping techniques alive. I know them, their craftsmanship is top tier. But the owner is notoriously difficult and the cash flow broke. They filed for restructuring last month. I'll knock on the door myself. Bankruptcy is better. It means money is exactly what they need. Book the fastest flight to Milan.
Madam, this way. Boss is waiting for you.
Waiting for me? Isn't he supposed to be supposed to be in a Wall Street meeting?
He just cleared his entire schedule. Please come with me. Postpone the quarterly review. If the board has a problem with it, tell them to call me directly.
Are you insane? That Wall Street quarterly meeting affects tens of billions in capital movement, and you're skipping it to fly me to Milan? Jameson, this is my own brand. My team was poached. The show is about to collapse, and that is mine to face. You shouldn't get dragged into this.
We were tied together a long time ago. Dark Web Capital poached your people and cut off your fabric. You know they're coming for me through you. If you're going to the front line, you need the fastest plane and a wallet that can buy the entire atelier if needed. Don't push me away.
Okay.
Ms. Miller, I can't take your runway order.
Mr. Rusi, I'm offering triple the market rate. That's enough to cover the back pay you owe your staff.
It's not about the money. Yesterday, someone warned me that if I touch your order, the court will seize every machine I own by tomorrow.
Don't touch that dress. That's for the mayor's wife in Napoli's. We've been altering it for a month and still haven't fixed it.
My God.
Cut here. Switch to bias cut and move the tension point to the back. The waistline will fall naturally.
That technique. You're a genius.
I hope you'll reconsider working with us.
Ms. Miller, your designs deserve the best atelier. But I owe the bank 5 million euros. If those people lift one finger, I'll be sleeping on the street tomorrow. I can't take your order.
Half an hour ago, all your upstream debts were transferred under Croft Group. Your creditor is now me. Take Anya's runway order, and the 5 million euro debt disappears.
I'll take it. I'll have everyone stop what they're doing and start the lines tonight.
You spent 5 million euros buying debt on a parent Capitelli. If the board finds out, they'll come after you again.
5 million to buy my wife peace of mind? That's a bargain.
In recognition of Axe's breakthrough contribution to New York's fashion industry over the past year, on behalf of City Hall, I present the Outstanding Entrepreneur Medal to Mrs. Miller.
Fashion is not a pile of expensive fabric, but its weight belongs on Haigsley's pattern makers and factory workers behind me.
Jameson, I believe it now. You didn't hire an actress to fool Grandma. You found yourself a partner.
She's more than my partner. She is the only woman who stands beside me at the head of the Croft family.
Mrs. Kraft, you must come to my club for tea sometime.
I'll pass on tea. Next week, we have an acquisition involving a Southeast Asian textile line. We can see who's sincere at the negotiating table.
Finished talking?
Those cunning old devils never say one honest word. They all came to fish for the information.
The situation's under control. My assistant can handle the rest. Come on, let's go home.
Mommy! Daddy!
Oh, what are you doing here? Didn't Grandma keep you on Long Island to draw today?
I drew. The housekeeper brought me here to give you invitations.
Margaret, where did you learn these?
Daddy, when are we going to the cathedral? Tom from my class says weddings always have 3-layer cakes.
It's good. I accept this invitation. You'll have cake. I'll buy you 10 layers if you want. When we got the license, all we had was a ticket number at City Hall.
I don't care about ceremonies. What we have now is already enough.
I care. Contact the bridal atelier in Paris, fly their best tailoring team to New York for fittings, book the estate on Long Island's South Shore, and clear the entire September schedule.
Understood, boss. What about the guest list?
Send the release. Notify every media outlet and every big name on Wall Street. The Crott family is having a wedding. I want the world to know exactly who I married.
Madam, the latest news from New York. I think you need to see it immediately.
Why are you panicking? Has the sky fallen?
Absurd! A seamstress sketching in Brooklyn with some bastard child from God knows there? Jameson not only brought that low-lead woman into the family, he gave her half the family trust?
I heard the New York board protested too, but Mr. Kroc forced it through. Now all of Wall Street is preparing wedding gifts.
Wedding gifts. The Kroc family will not be ruined by some little seductious. His grandma's lost her mind and lets him do whatever he wants. I'm not dead yet. Go. Call the Gulf Dream crew. File the flight route within 3 hours.
Yes, madam.
If she wants to step through the Court family's front door, she'll have to survive me first.
This is the Crott family's private mark. "5 years ago, October 12th, top floor suite, Manhattan Center Hotel. Were you drugged that night and walked into the wrong room?"
5 years ago, I checked the room record. I thought it was his room.
Jax never went that night. The person inside was me.
Jameson, you've disgraced the family. All of Wall Street is saying you've been bewitched by a woman with baggage.
Aunt, this is New York, not your castle in Geneva. Your reach is too long.
You're about to hand the Kruk family to some bastard of unknown blood. You will stop the asset transfer immediately.
Margaret is my daughter. Aunt, don't make me hear that word again.
Your daughter? Then do a full DNA test at the Royal Medical Institute. If she isn't your daughter, she leaves this house immediately.
Fine. We'll do it.
What did you say?
We'll do the test. At the medical institute you choose. If Margaret is Jameson's biological daughter, I want a public apology from you on the front page tomorrow.
Hey, Anya, wait up. You shouldn't have agreed to that. The Krupp Medical Institute has complicated procedures. Blood draws, lab work. Margaret doesn't need to suffer through that.
Jameson, we've already confirmed what happened 5 years ago, haven't we?
I confirmed it. That's enough.
But I want the people who won't shut up to shut up for good. If I'm going to stand as Mrs. Kraft, I won't let anyone use bloodline to come after us.
All right. We'll do it your way. I'll go with you tomorrow. No matter what that report says, no one touches a hair on your head.
Daddy, the blood draw hurt.
Hold it for 3 minutes. Then I'll take you for ice cream.
How long until the results?
Rush order, 4 hours.
Sorry, madam. The lab is sealed today. No one is allowed in.
Are you blind? Half this hospital is funded by the Krott family. I brought experts to inspect fire hazards. Move.
Aunt, at your age, sneaking around a cold room like a thief?
What nonsense. I'm only here to inspect equipment. I don't know this nurse.
It was her! She paid me $1 million to swap the blood. I have the transfer records on my phone. Mr. Krok, please let me go. I'll never do it again.
Using trashy tricks like this? What are you so afraid of? Afraid the result will prove my daughter really is a crock and make you be embarrassed?
Get her out of my sight.
Sorry to keep everyone waiting. The cross comparison of blood and follow tissue is complete.
This is the final report.
Aunt, the print is small. Read it yourself.
No. Impossible. How could it be this much of a coincidence?
Jameson. Now every old fossil on Wall Street has to shut up.
Aunt, the circus ends here. Starting today, I'll cash out your shares at market value. Go retire in Geneva.
You're pushing me out? I'm an elder of the Crow family.
The Crow family doesn't need an elder who hires people to swap DNA samples. The fact that I'm not sending you to jail is already mercy.
The shares are your internal business, but what I care about isn't finished. As agreed, tomorrow's New York Times front page. I want to see a public apology signed by you.
You want me to apologize in the paper? In your dreams?
No paper is fine. I'll sue you for defamation.
Come on, let's bring our daughter home. Ms. Miller, the cut of this wedding dress is stunning. It perfectly defines quiet luxury.
It isn't quiet. It's called rebirth. This isn't just my wedding dress. It's my armor for saying goodbye to the past and stepping into who I am now.
Great Grandma! Do I look like a fairy tale princess?
You do. Our Margaret is the prettiest little princess in the whole world.
Butler, remember to tell Daddy I'm charging commission on the wedding day.
Boss, the premium white Lysonorex flown in from Holland and the top Bulgarian roses are fully counted. Perfect condition, zero loss. Send them straight to St. Patrick's Cathedral on Long Island. Full cold chain, not a single degree off.
Mr. Kraft, every arrangement has been done to your highest standard. Even the direction of each petal was calculated precisely.
Every flower in this church must be at its best before sunrise tomorrow. I want to give her a wedding every woman in the world will envy. Jameson Croft, do you take Anya Miller as your wife? In prosperity and hardship, wealth and poverty, sickness and health, will you love, honor, and protect her forever? I do, with everything I have. Anya Miller, do you take Jameson Croft as your husband? In prosperity and hardship?
I do.
The files you wanted are ready.
Inside is a massive transfer record from Jameson's personal offshore account to the deputy director of the Royal Medical Institute. It's convincing enough to fool anyone. There's also an original paternity report with a watermark showing zero blood relation.
Is it clean? Jameson's firewall is Pentagon level.
I use the deepest onion routes on the dark web. No IP trail. Where's the balance?
$20 million. Take the money, leave the United States, and never come back. Jameson, you really think you can bury everything? Tomorrow, at the family trust transfer meeting, I'll rip off your mask and that little seduxits in front of every director.
You cannot sign! Jameson has no right to inherit the family trust. That girl, Margaret, is not his daughter.
The last test was fake. Jameson bribed the deputy director of the medical institute. This is the newest, real paternity report.
Aunt, I was going to leave you with some dignity. You insisted on digging your own grave. Inside is a massive transfer record from Jameson's personal offshore account to the deputy director of the Royal Medical Institute. It's convincing enough to fool anyone. There's also an original paternity report with a watermark showing zero blood.
This is impossible. There were no cameras there.
That hacker was bait I planted myself, and you took it. Beautifully stupid. Over the past 5 years, you embezzled as much as 500 million euros from the family. Ms. Beatrice, you're suspected of embezzlement, evidence fabrication, and major commercial fraud. Please come with us.
Let go of me! I'm an elder of the Crott family! Jameson, you heartless maniac!
The board is finally quiet. Starting tomorrow, New York clears a path for you.
I don't bulldoze through rooms. I'm a designer. I prefer red carpets.
then I'll lay one out for you for the rest of your life.